how you can buy real estate with no money down. You're gonna absolutely love this video. This can be a game changer. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? It's been around forever. There is no special Vulcan mind melt that makes this happen. I'm gonna show you in this video exactly how to buy a piece of property with zero cash out of your pocket. So stick around, and I'm gonna show you how to do it within 30 days. You know the drill. Hit the like. Even if you don't like this, hit the like. Okay? It's gonna help other people. Okay, if you have a question or anything comes up on this type, if you disagree with me, okay, just type in there and we'll do that, make that happen. I've got so much that I'd love to share with you on this video. I've been waiting for this video for so long because I think people are actually in the position where they'll listen to this. So by the time I get done with this video, you'll know exactly how to find these, how to talk to these people, the whole 9 yards, and how to buy your first piece of property with zero cash out of your pocket. So let's get started. This really comes down to a numbers game, okay? So if you were to listen to the narrative out there, so if I go into a real estate office and I say, excuse me, I would like to buy a piece of property, but I don't want to use any money out of my own pocket. Nobody's going to help you, okay? Because they're going to perceive this as they're not making any money off of the deal. Plus, we have been in this 30-year cycle right now. As of 2024, we have been in a 30-year cycle where everybody's been putting down payments on this. And there's been this, I don't want to say it's been brainwashed, but everybody walks into this and going, I must save, I must put 20% down, 10% down, FHA, 3%, first-time home buyer, must qualify and all that. That's fine, okay? But that's not the traditional way that it's been done forever. So understand the way of buying property with a bunch of money down is a relatively new way of doing it. So again, you've got to kind of change your paradigm, okay? If that's the way you want to do it, then okay, that's the way. This isn't for you. I got no money. And I guess some people think that you have to be in that situation to make it happen. Having money down on a piece of property doesn't make it a better deal. The first thing you have to learn is the skill set of finding a deal, okay? And this isn't they got lucky. There's gonna be some work involved. The first thing you've got to do is find, where do I want a property? I don't want to just do it randomly. And it doesn't have to be necessarily where you want to live, okay? Again, there's been this, Barbie doll, Barbie, if you will, fixation of I must buy my first house and it's got to be right here, and forget about that. I don't care where it is. It might not be where I want to settle. It might just be a rental income property. All I want to do is get a piece of property. I need to get into the game. Okay, talking about it and waiting. So I could wait 3, 4, 5 years to save up all this money to get in the right neighborhood, or I can get in the game right now. I want in the game right now because that property that's not in the right neighborhood could afford you to buy a property and probably put half down if you want that equity in, I'm not going to talk about that right now, in 5 years anyways. So let's talk about the skill set. What I want to do is I want to find off-market properties. Okay, what are off-market properties? They're not on the MLS. They're not being offered for sale. That's the first thing I want to start looking at. Now, if it's on the market, doesn't mean you can't do the deal. What's happening right now, we do not have enough homes in this country. Okay, right now we've got a housing shortage, believe it or not. People aren't selling homes. Okay, people aren't buying homes, interest rate is high, builders can't keep up with it, all this. But we've got a secret inventory out there, and it's the baby boomers. Okay, so what's happening? Baby boomers are getting older, they're going into assisted living, the kids don't know what to do with the property, they don't have the time, they're raising kids. There's a lot. I don't know what exactly the number is, but it's in the millions. These are coming up. So developing the skill sets right now can set you up for life. So what I mean by the skill set is you've got to find these properties, okay? Instead of going out on a hike or whatever it is that you like to do, get in the car and start driving the neighborhoods and finding that piece of crap property in that nicer neighborhood. Okay, so you look at this property and you go, oh, okay. Well, it's got some buckets out front. There's some shingles coming off. There's some cars in the driveway. I don't know, whatever it is. It could be even abandoned. Now you've got to go down and start doing some research. Now understand, every property has public information about it. All I need to start off with is an address. Now, if I have a friend or make a friend that's a realtor, thumbs up. Okay, realtors aren't real busy right now, okay, but you find a real estate agent and you say, hey, I'm gonna need some help, okay, and they can teach you how, or they can pull it up on their own if they are really friendly, and they can give you all the information about the owner. Now you need to figure out, how do I get a hold of the owner? Several different ways, okay, I'm gonna give you 3 off the top. Number 1, you wanna do a skip trace on it, okay? Let's say that you find out that this owner, let's use a scenario, they're deceased or they're out of state, their kids are taking care of them in the long term, whatever they can't, you can't get a hold of them. Okay, that's one. Okay, the second phase I would do this is I would send a letter to the property. This is crucial. Okay, you younger people out there, you might have to get out a pen and actually handwrite a letter, okay? Don't type it out, okay? I want to handwrite a letter out. You don't need to get all corny and say, my family wants to buy it. I'm looking at buying the property here. I'm a beginning investor and I'm trying to find out who owns the property and if you would like to sell the property, okay? And you put a phone number that they can put in there. That envelope needs to have something on the left-hand side of that. On the left-hand side in red ink, I want to put personal, important, or something to that. That way they'll open it. Why on the left hand? Because if anything's on the right hand of the envelope, the post office will send it back. Ask me why I know, because I've sent out so many of these. It's insane, okay? That's one way. A lot of times, but you have to make it really easy to get a hold of you. Text me on this phone number, call this phone number, and email. You're also putting some resistance in there. The speed bump is they got to sit down their computer and type in your email address. A text they can, right? I don't know if it makes that sound, whatever it is, okay? The last one, I love this one, is what I call the sticker strategy. So you go down to Kinko's, get some kind of day glow, orange, yellow, whatever the case is. This is only on abandoned properties. Okay, what I want to do is I want to put a big notice, interested in buying your property on that. Okay, I'm going to laminate that. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put that on and hang that on the front door. It doesn't have to be 8.5 by 11. It can be a door hanger or something like that again. And then in handwritten on there, you can say, call this or text this phone number, within the 10 days, and because me and my family want to buy this property. So why is it the day glow? Because the thing is the neighbors, okay, they're noisy, nosy, okay? If you want to know what your kids are doing, just ask the neighbors. So what they'll do is they'll be walking the dog, they'll look, oh, there's a sticker up there, there's a hanger. They'll take their cell phone, okay, and they'll go up, they'll take a picture, and they'll send it to somebody. They'll probably know who the kids are. They'll probably know maybe even who the owner is, something to that effect, okay? It's not a long shot. Okay, I've had neighbors call and go, you know what, we're not sure what happened on this particular one, but Doug or Susie or whatever, I know the kids and they've got this. It's happening so often right now. They're like, yeah, we don't know what to do with the property. We're arguing. The family doesn't want it. We'll just take this. There's a number of things you can do. That's the key. And I'm going to tell you this. It's a numbers game, okay? So again, we were just talking about this off camera. It's kind of like this. If you're going to go to the prom and you have to go out with this one person and that's the only one that's going to work, you're going to probably go empty-handed like I did. Because I was so afraid if they were going to say no and this and that. But if I had asked 20, I probably would have got a date. Okay, so what you've got to do is it's volume. I've just got to get my foot in the game. So I might have to look at 10, 15, 20 minimum properties out there and send this. This will become a family project if you want. This is how you do it. Now that I've got them calling me, you can get the scenario. I'm already gonna know what's owed on the property. It's public information, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go a little big on this one. There is a deal that I'm looking at right now. It's a big project that I'm doing. They want $1.5 million for the property. I don't really care, but I know they've been in there 43 years. And the first thing I know is they got no debt on the property. I'm going, uh-oh. So what are they gonna do if I gave them $1.5 million? What are they gonna do? Now they've got to reinvest that money. Okay, so immediately there was a real estate investor or real estate agent involved in this deal. And I called her up. I said, look, I'm really interested in buying this property, but let me ask you a question. Do they need cash? She goes, guys, I'm so glad you said that. They're so nervous about getting this. They're really looking for somebody that would let them stay in the property for a little bit, but would start paying them some money. I can't do anything with the property for 12 months anyways. So it all works out. You know how it happened? Because I asked. So it doesn't matter if it's 150,000 or 1.5. That's just zeros. But the scenario is the same. So if I've got, a $150,000 property using that scenario, I can do the same thing. What do you guys need to do with this property? What if we did this? I'll start making some payments on you and I'll balloon you out, which means pay you off in 24 months. That's giving you opportunity to fix up the property. There's other videos I have on that, which brings the value up on it. Now I've got, instead of a $150,000 property, a $250,000 property. The bank's gonna lend you the money, zero money out of your pocket. I'm hoping this was helpful. If you want more information on this, you guessed it, I've got a video on it. Hit the link down below. HigginsMethod.com. I've got some free materials, brand new videos, some training on this specifically for you. We'll see you in the winner's circle. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck.